Hi, I'm Delusion Dispeller. Today I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that you might hear out of the narcissist's mouth when you're talking to them. Or if not out of their mouth, you might hear from a victim of a narcissist that the narcissist has said. It'll make more sense as I go on. You might hear the victim of a narcissist say, I feel like I'm doing all the giving. I give all the gifts. I'm the one that opens up conversations. I'm the one that wants to work things out. I'm the one that went to counseling. I'm the one that read all the books on how to work on your relationship, prepare your relationship, and all those things. And he or she has done nothing. It's all one-sided. I feel like I love them, but I'm not really sure where I stand with them. Do they love me, or is it just all one-sided, just me loving them and giving to them? The next thing is they will say they cannot stand it when I correct them in any way. If I confront them, I correct them. I say if they did something that upset me and I address it with them, they can't handle it. They become very angry, or they give me the silent treatment. Next, she or he, the narcissist, does all the talking, and it's generally a topic about themselves, and they don't seem to care about anything regarding me. Narcissists tend to be very self-focused or false self-focused, as I've said in earlier videos. It's always me, myself, and I. It's always how whatever happened affected me. It's never about the betterment of somebody else. Never, unless they're trying to do that in order to make a name for themselves, look successful, or their image is at stake in some way. But it's always me-focused, meism. Next, he or she, the narcissist, is wanting me to move in with them only after a month or after a very short amount of time. We just met. I feel like it's too soon, but they're insisting that they are my one and only, and they can make everything, happen that I want. They can give me everything I ever wanted, and I don't need to look any further, and they're not going to hurt me, etc. And it just seems like they're rushing things. Narcissists have to rush things simply because a narcissist expends a lot of energy trying to get their narcissistic supply person to like them, to trust them, to open up to them, to give them the eventual supply source that they need. So they need to move very quickly, getting that person bonded to them so they know that they're not going to lose them right away. Because as soon as they lose them, they're going to have to go and look for their next supply source. And it takes a lot of energy, and it exhausts them. Because that means they have to be phony for quite a while before they can really start, letting down their guard, I guess you could say. The next thing you might hear is he or she complained all the time about former people they had been with and how they had hurt them and how they misunderstood them and didn't get them. And they also said, I'm hoping that you're going to be better and that you treat me better and that you're not going to disappoint me. You'll always feel like you're being measured in some way, and your performance is being measured in some way. Next, when I got sick, he or she almost acted like I did it on purpose, like I did it to somehow harm them. How could you do this to me, type of thing, rather than, oh, are you okay? And, can I get anything for you? It's always like they feel like the persecuted one. Like, how could you do this? How could you get sick at a time like this? You know that we have this important meeting coming up. How could you get sick right at this time? As if you can really plan on when you get ill. You really can't. Next, she even told me that if I was dying, she would just let me go and not insist that the doctors try to save me. I've actually had somebody tell me this, that I was going to make my proxy to have my final, wishes. I wanted to be kept alive on life support. I still feel that way. And they told me, well, just because you tell me that doesn't mean that if the decision was in my hands that I would try to make them save you. Because what's the purpose of you living? That's no kind of life. Well, they wouldn't respect my wishes, and that's the point. I want to be kept alive, period. And they had no intentions of fulfilling my choice. So, stay tuned for the next video.